But like people are so nice. Like we all get along really, really well, and it kind of makes it so much better. Like the work is the work, but the people are what really makes it, in my opinion. Mm. Yeah. Or I'm there 9 to 7, 5 days a week, and I also work Saturdays now, I think. I know it's busy, but because they were getting very,
Yeah.
very, very busy, so that's why they hired me to kind of take some stress off
Mm.
the 3D team.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay,
Oh,
so
I can see the
Oh,
stream.
yes, you are online. You're live now.
oh
So,
no.
so we're waiting for um, Greg. Where's Chen and Greg? Actually, we can wait for them. I can switch to myself, basically. Okay. Um, okay. We have 32 people joined us. Awesome. So we're gonna start in a minute. Antonio says, "Cool wall." You mean my wall? Yeah, it's like my artworks on the wall and my plants. This one is called Gul. They have names. My plants have. I just did cutting out of my popular um, succulent. See,
That's a very cute plant.
it's very cute.
It's very cute.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Today is the screening event for the third year visual effects students. We usually have this event as a big event at university because this is the time our students showcase their final projects. They come with the friends and families, and we invite industry people as well. So we showcase their projects, and like that would be a nice wrap for the entire 3 years of studies in the bachelor's of you know not but we call it digital design now, but next year it will be called that our program will be called animation, visual effects, and game design. So but because of COVID, unfortunately, we can't have it in person. Well, it has its own merits because now we have live streaming. So not just the people can sit nice and cozy and comfortable in their houses and watch the beautiful artworks of the students. So Jamie Bergs, hi. Ember Bender, and I think that one is Alan Specter, right? Hello, everybody. And we have about 42 people watching this live now, which is awesome. So I'm waiting for Greg to join. Give me a second. Oh, there he is. Hi, Greg. So, okay. Before we start talking about the projects and stuff, I'm gonna introduce guests. So I switched to the guests. So we have 4 guests and reviewers who will comment on the projects that will be played here. So we have Alice Wu. She is the CG generalist at VFX. She has graduated from the same program that you will be seeing the projects tonight. She has been one of our most talented visual effects students. We are very proud of her, and she's a great artist at the moment. So we have Leslie Un. She's the visual effects and other programs lecturer. She's helping in different programs. She's a popular teaching person and a teaching face at our department. And then we have Chen. Chen is our theory lecturer. She is a filmmaker, and she has helped our visual effects students, especially the projects that you will be seeing. Many of the theoretical and the conceptual side of it, she has helped shaping these projects. And lastly, Greg. Greg is the head of our department, the Department of Animation, Visual Effects, and Game Design now. He is a well-known digital artist, I should say. His digital artworks is being shown in United Nations, different exhibitions in New York, in Europe, and around the world. So we are glad to have this amazing panel of guests for today that will comment on your beautiful artworks. So somebody says, what are your advice when about to study Masters of Design? Well, so there are good right people here. Get in touch with them. Leslie is doing Masters of Design. Chen is teaching that, and I think Alice just finished Masters of Design in another department, but she has a lot of insights into it as well, and Greg is the head of it. So feel free to be in touch with those people afterwards. So for the format for today is we will be showing so we didn't have time to have, well, actually we tried to have students online and connected. Oh, Jerry is here. Jerry, yay! So we try to have students online and connected so they talk about their project live, but there were a lot of problems connecting and disconnecting from each team. So now we requested each student to introduce their projects by themselves, and we will play the videos of them introducing their project at the beginning of each project. And then they are here, all of the people who are we are showing their projects, they are already online and connected, so feel free to throw your thoughts and ideas and questions to them. We will read through all of them. So shall we get to it? Yay, okay. So let's start. Let me know if you can hear it now. So I fixed it. Give me a second. So the first project is Footfall by Zoe, Tamir, and Thomas. So no audio. Yep. Okay. So let me play it, and you just comment if you can hear it. Well, I will.
Hi, I'm Tamir.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
For our final project this year, we wanted to create a live-action short with a straightforward narrative.
The film was called Footfall. We ran into quite a few problems creating it, but we got there in the end.
Overall, we had a lot of good times on this final production that was our last project, and we hope you enjoy watching it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Wait, Tom. Forgot your keys.
Oh, yo. You squashed good sir.
Huh? Oh shit. Oh.
Wow,
nice.
that was dope. So, Sarah Johnson says, "Oh, someone got out a drone." Yeah, there was a lot of good drone shots in it. Let's have a look at the breakdown now. They did such a fantastic job. Like, so it starts with like their inspirations, creature formation. They work really hard for making such an incredible stone monster. And lots of cool acting by Tom. Right, simulations in Houdini. I quite like this beetle. It was so real. Fantastic. I'm searching to guests. Alice, how was it? You're muted, Alice.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. I really liked the ending. Like, I felt like it kind of tied everything off so well. And I thought like whoever wrote like the script for that part and like kind of filmed it, it just went so smooth and it just like tied everything together so well. And I also really liked the choice of having the glow through the cracks of the character design. I thought that added like an interesting element. And I also enjoyed the tension at the beginning. I thought it was like very, very suspenseful and quite well done. I guess in the future, I would love to see kind of a more kind of that same tension build up like in the middle part. I think that would make it like super kind of round it off a little bit better. But overall, like that was really, really cool.
That was amazing. I should say that I forgot to mention that, guys, the big poster of a slug in the hallway is Alice artwork. She also did a fantastic job for her capstone project. Here Jerry says, "Oh, so good, proud of you guys, kiss kiss kiss." And then Neo says, "Can't believe this made by third-year student." Yes. Leslie, what do you think?
Oh, that was so suspenseful. It was a really nice short film in itself, where I think their use of sound, whoever did sound, or if they collectively worked on sound, did really well on the sound design, because the rocks and kind of building that momentum up with that's quite important, because the visuals are already stunning itself, but having the sound to kind of support that in itself is really lovely. And I also noticed whoever did the camera work, following the car swiveling around, those shots and the rotations, absolutely incredible. I'm wondering how you even did that, if any of the students are here to respond, whether you used a GoPro or whether you had a stabilizer. What was the method?
You mean apart from the drone shots?
Yeah, that, and just the, I guess, handheld to keep it steady and everything.
The handheld was very steady too. Like, are you guys there to answer this question? How did you stabilize your shot so nice and neat? What do you think, Greg? Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, fabulous, wonderfully cinematic. I loved how you guys handled the scale as well. You had really close up, intimate, and then to be able to then go out to these huge big sweeping shots, and it kind of worked. It all kind of made sense through your editing and how you've obviously planned it out. So you really got that sense of, there was a very large scale down to the very intimate, and that was handled really, really well and really convincing. So yeah, really impressively, put together. So really nice feel for the visuals and the cinematic storytelling there.
Fantastic.
So really well done.
Chen, what was your favorite part?
I think Alice, Leslie, and Greg already said what I want to say. The narrative is good, the beginning and the ending, especially the ending is really interesting. It brings back to the conceptual development, those ideas. And also cinematography is really interesting. It's a tough job, I guess, to do editing and how to piece different shots together. And some of the subjective camera angle is really interesting, I find.
Yeah, I think
especially from the God point view.
Yeah, like top down. I think so. Tamir, I think, who has been responsible for most of the cinematography side of it, says thank you for all the kind comments. He says we used a drone and a Blackmagic 4K camera, and the drone has a stabilizer built in. Zoe Chen says, who is part of this project as well. The project is done by Zoe, Tamir, and Tom. Zoe says also Tamir did all the sound. Yes, that was one of the things that I wanted to bring forward, that the sound editing of this piece was also amazing. Jerry also appreciates Tamir, the sound. Yes. So let's get to it. Let's go for the next project. Next project is called Firefly by Daria. Let's have a look at this beautiful piece of artwork together.
Hi, I'm Daria, and for my capstone project I decided to make a short film about a lemur that collects fireflies. In this little story you can see the importance of the rights to freedom in life of every creature. My main goal for this project was to enhance my skills and knowledge as much as possible before finishing uni. So for me it has been a challenging 1 year long journey, and I'm happy to show it to you. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
Wow, lots and lots of cute modeling. And we're looking at the breakdown now. How did you find it, Chen?
It's really cute, as you said. Yeah, the cuteness. I really like the cuteness, especially in the sound. You hear the duan cuteness sound as well.
The individual models look pretty nice. Isn't that, Leslie?
Yes, I am biased for anything adorable, and the character itself is so charming in the way it's modeled as well. It reminds me of the character from Madagascar.
Oh yeah.
What? So it's
the
very adorable.
Lever, yeah.
And you can see how much effort's put into modeling and texturing as well to create a really nice visual.
the shot of the along the little stream.
Along the stream.
Yeah, it was really beautifully done. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me switch to the guests. The journey, as Greg mentioned, like from home and then going through, the river and then finding the where the fireflies are all there. How did you find it, Alice?
I thought it was super cool that she managed, as she mentioned in her video, she wanted to like learn a lot of skills, and I'm really glad to see in the breakdown she attempted like fur grooming and like water sim, and like you can clearly tell that she's put so much heart and effort into this by herself, and I think that's like pretty incredible.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially during such a difficult time as well. Like, props to her for pulling it off.
Yeah, I can, like, we are in COVID time. I can remember that Daria had worked so hard pulling all these like complicated pieces together. Awesome. So let's get back to the reel. So the next project is called Henry by Grace Sethna.
Hi, my name is Grace and my project is called Henry. This little character caused me a lot of trouble and I learned a lot from this experience, so I hope you enjoy.
Run, Henry! We are overloaded with lots of cute characters, right? Alan says, if that would be Alan, says, "I so cute." Yeah, I like. Zoe says his ears. Oh my god! Yeah, I think so. Like lots of cute ears. How was the story, Greg?
Sorry.
All good.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of just dealing with my different screens. Yeah, lovely character design. And again, you really feel that you're coming along on that journey with the character, which is nice. I love the integration of live action and the real world and your digital elements too, which is I always love that is a kind of a a challenge, but it's always a terrific kind of visual, kind of a way to use a real setting for your digital characters as well. But yeah, it was again, it's really great when you can make your audience really identify with your character and feel like, invested, and you want to kind of go along on that journey. And so, some terrific work here with both with your all the assets you've had to make, but also thinking about how you've filmed all the live action and planned all that out as well. So yeah, really well done.
Here, Cash says, Epic says, I love him. Cash says, the facial expressions are so good. Jerry says, oh my God, sure, that was amazing. So happy to see it. Grace, yes, finally, Grace. Longcan says, could you please pause the video for the feedback? We only talk on the playback, on the breakdown, and then after that. So very lovely, Grace. Grace says thank you all. So, and to me says super cute robot. How did you find it, Alice?
I loved the little details in the character design, like the different colored antennae and the fading of the paint and the little smiley face on the bottom of the foot. I thought it was like really, really nice visual storytelling, and it I think added so much to us empathizing with the character. And I also really liked the sound design as well. It was just the cutest sound.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Oh, Chen. Go ahead.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter. I should not. You feel free to just jump, overlap each other, talk. Go as dynamic as you want. So go, Chen.
Yeah, I also feel the cuteness inside this one, and also as Greg mentioned, the narrative is really interesting because it's quite emotional. We are kind of emotionally with the character. This is something I find really interesting. And although the design looks simple, but all the small details actually build up the emotion.
Exactly. And Leslie.
Another adorable one. I really wanted to mention the focus on using solely eyes and body language to kind of compel the audience to feel the feelings, like the worry that the little character's going through as well. That's really strong, because in a film like WALL-E, for example, using that expression itself is very powerful without having it to be a full face of emotion. It's just within the eyes and the body language of this little character. And as Greg mentioned, or I think someone in the chat mentioned, the tracking is very well done.
Yes.
The tracking, actually, I can't imagine.
Only a compositor like Yon can spot that. The tracking is well done. It's been a lot of tracking for this piece, and that's when you do it, nobody can see it. So if it's done right, it's invisible. So okay, let's go to the next project. The next project is called OSS by Michael.
Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. It's been an absolutely crazy year. It's definitely had its ups and downs, but we all got through it, and I'm proud of every single one of you. It's been an absolute blast, and I'm really excited to see every single one of your projects. So nonetheless, here is my project, Oasis. Hope you enjoy.
abstraction there. And the interesting part is that like the music is composed by Michael himself. We will see like some Antonio says, I'll have whatever he's having. Well, it's not magic mushroom, or it's kind of like a magic some sort of a flower. Yeah, that was so like
nice
trip.
Yeah, nice mood. Nice creation of mood, and again it sort of pulls you into that however that mood has been created. It's nice work there.
Yeah, there's no music on this piece. I can play music, ding ding ding. Also, like now we can easily talk on it. How did you find it, Alice?
Yeah, as Greg said, I think it definitely achieved in creating like a mood, like a vibe. It was you definitely tell, especially like the little touches like the color grading and the stylized flowers and such, like there's a definite style to it. There's some personality that comes through. Yeah, I guess if anything, I want to see like more of it, because it's like we kind of need that right now. I just want to feel relaxed and like chill.
Leslie.
Yeah, hi. I agree with Alice with the setting, and it's same as Greg, what he mentioned about the mood and the tone being set out to be very charming and effortless. But I can't imagine, just the kaleidoscope part with the flowers, that itself, and creating that. And then how do you blend that in with the narrative of being very dreamlike, almost surreal, and going into that? I think it's a quite nice context that's done. Yeah.
Chen.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's nice. It actually comments on the current situation. So it's closer to our real world, I think. I like it. Yeah.
I know that Longheng and Michael work together. We're going to get to Longheng work, one of my favorites among all of this, which is like a very neat piece of artwork. And this is the beauty of like collaboration. Longheng says, I'm proud of you, Michael, heart. And then Jacob says, you, Michael, you're such a vibe, dude. Okay, so let's go for the next project. The next project is called Project R by Matthew and Tianlin. There's a lot of amazing matte painting in this piece of artwork. Let's have a look together.
Shogun is about a Reaper character trying to protect his place from the hostile government. We worked hard throughout the year, so we worked to protect Shogun is about a Reaper character trying to protect his place from the hostile government. We worked hard throughout the year, so I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Timmy. In this project, I worked on modeling, texturing, animation for the main robot. I also did character design, storyboard, color grading, matte painting, shooting, compositing. We put a lot of time and effort into this project and hope you like it.
Wow, that was cool. are some super cool compositing and matte painting happening here. So you see like how they beautifully created this beautiful landscape and this symmetry between in this dystopian futuristic city and this robotic reaper.
Nicely chosen location here, which is nice. There's a nice consistency of design, I thought, as well.
Yeah.
In the all of your characters. Yeah, huge amount of work here.
I think they filmed it. Oh, Antonio says so. That's where that picture advertising the screening came from. Yes, like the wide shot of the dystopian city. And Houdini disintegration effect here.
Yeah, it's a nice dystopian gothic feel to the piece, which is really good, really well, really well managed there. Lovely, amazing modeling.
Amazing modeling.
Yeah, really well done. Huge amount of work there.
Alice.
This is a weird comment, but I like the hands of the main character. I don't know why. It's just like the silhouette is really cool, really nice. I like it when it's how it's like all floaty and it adds so much more kind of like unique qualities to it. And that matte painting shot in the beginning like blew my mind. Like just the amount of layers and the subtleties and the fog and the motion blur. I thought that was really, really well done.
Chen.
Yes, a lot of work put into this piece. And I like the ending. The ending actually is quite touching. And the music also contributes to the ending. Yep.
Leslie.
Yep. Hossein has mentioned a lot about this shot of just the matte painting being the opening, being this stunning storytelling method where you just build upon all these layers, like Alice mentioned, to create this dystopian scene. It's wonderful to see, and it's only a snapshot and it goes by so quickly. You don't get to really appreciate it until you see
all the
breakdown
work that has been done.
And you look at it for a while, just the little intricate details. And also I really like the where you've kind of composed certain shots for filming to integrate so that you can have this 3D character that's massive and this figure come in, but also have space that's not too so that it's composed in a way where there's not too much going on, but you get a sense of where the character needs to go, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. Michael Lack, the artist for the previous movie we played, says, "Thank you, everyone. It means a whole lot." Jerry says integration is so good, modeling and texturing as well. She's pretty right. So the integration of like the little robots and everything like work very well. Zoe says 10 out of 10. Okay, let's go to the next piece of artwork, sanctioned by Daniele, Alicia, and Betty.
Me, Alicia, and Betty, we are creating a short sci-fi film. It is set in a post-apocalyptic world where there is only an AI regime that is alive still.
So this is about someone who's chosen to live inside a dome with only the company of an AI. Despite the current belief that there is no life outside of the dome, one night there is a light outside and he decides to go and find out what it is.
We created this using mixed reality techniques, and we used a live actor, and all of our environments and assets are computer generated.
Hey Nigel, CO2 levels have dropped significantly. I think it's time we go out and...
Here we go again. Alex, this is it. The regime is all that's left. There is nothing else that survived the apocalypse.
Meet the task list.
Today, we must reset all ecosystem consoles and work on the soil to aid the growth of your plantation. It's been 17 years. Can you finally tell me what all the tapping is about?
Sorry. My parents taught me Morse code as a kid. I think I start using it when I'm thinking of them.
Sometimes I just do not understand human behavior.
Good night, Nigel.
Good night. Where do you think you're going?
Don't you see that message? I'm going out to find whatever's sending it.
Alex, the possibility of successfully navigating the biome and the geography is approximately 3,720 to 1.
If there's even a slight chance of finding something, it will well have been worth it.
I'm going to regret this. We don't have much oxygen to spare. We cannot take long. You've wasted enough time and resources. We are returning now. Now.
We're not alone. Look at this.
We are doomed.
All this time, there were others.
It is clearly abandoned.
Hey, give me an oxygen refill so we can make it down there.
No. You have already wasted enough of the regime's resources and are abusing the carefully built distribution system.
But I just need some more to make it there and back.
Well, I guess you're not going. Whoa, what are you doing?
Very beautifully made up post-apocalyptic world. So they were one of the first group of students who started adopting and working with virtual productions. So there's a lot of hard work here, in simulating in Houdini. So the entire project is finished within out of Unreal Engine. So you see that them creating the universe out of Unreal Engine, then sending it into Nuke for compositing. The actor is filmed in front of green screen while they were looking at the pre-made. I'm gonna switch to the guests. Pre-made.
Hi.
Sorry.
And you really, I think there's so much detail there, and you really get a sense of the world that they've created, the world of that film, which I really like.
It was very immersive.
Yeah, and I commend the it's a really good performance as well from both the digital and your live action character. Really, a good choice for casting and well directed, I thought as well. But I loved all the little details. You've got the details of the little, the thing they're reading on the arm and you know, the thoughtfulness around, you know, again, all of those details of that world that you're creating, and it felt like, you know, there's it was a nice story that could go on as well. We want to see I'd like to see the next chapter now, and etc. So so which is nice. That's a nice a really good achievement there too, within terms of narrative.
Alice.
I always love seeing what people's vision of, you know, this kind of future would be like, and I think it's really cool how much storytelling you put through just the limited like 2 characters. And I thought giving the personality, that specific type of personality to that AI robot, I thought made things really interesting. And just seeing the dynamic between the two, I thought it was like really well thought out.
How do you see the emergence of real-time engines for visual effects productions?
I mean, when you mentioned Unreal, like I was very impressed. I personally have not dared touch it, but I keep hearing these amazing things. So I think it's so cool that these guys attempted to use it, and like
we're gonna see a couple of other projects using Unreal Engine. I think.
Oh really?
Yes. I think 2 or 3 more. Leslie, how did you find it? Great. Go ahead.
I just had one thing. I just wondered if there was an homage in the dialogue there to Star Wars.
Yes.
Early on too. I think I detected that from C3PO dialogue, maybe.
I know how much you are a fan.
So I'm just wondering if that was true or not. Anyway, sorry, go on.
If any one of you are there, is there any homage to Star Wars? Daniela, Alicia, or Betty, if you're there, let us know. Chen.
I think it's really interesting, the narrative especially, because it makes you think instead of give you an answer. So it leaves a lot of space.
I really like the open ending.
The audience.
Yeah. Leslie.
I wanted to comment on the green screen work for the main character, because it's so clean on how you chroma keyed it out, and then the color grading, obviously the extra hard work of, you know, making that kind of filmed actor become a part of this world you've created. It's wonderful. And I remember speaking to Danielle early on, when maybe halfway through the year, and hearing about what she was going to do with her group, about her project. And it's so nice to see these things come into fruition. It's a whole capstone short film. And that little robot character almost is like a little conscience, I found, with the dialogue, as well being an homage to Star Wars. A little conscience that comes back and forth, and you hear, don't go out, and come back in, and then in the end he slaps it and it just goes into the sand. So that was a nice little scene as well.
Little scene. Antonia says, well done guys, that looked great, and I can't believe you destroyed Nigel, the SAS bot. And Daniela says, after the hell he gave us, he deserved it. I think that was like a oxymoron. All the hard work plus the story, absolutely Star Wars homage. Daniela says. Alicia, who worked as you mentioned, Leslie, Alicia, who worked hard on the compositing side, says the king and integration was a bit of nightmare, but you pulled it. Good job.
And it was done really well. So it comes through really well.
Zoe says, me too. Nigel was serving. So Supa says, your work was so good, guys. I love Nigel. Sad he died. Okay, let's move on. So the next piece of artwork is by Jacob.
Hi, my name is Jake, and I would like to introduce you to my capstone. This capstone, I have been primarily focusing on modeling characters and environments so I can better my skills at modeling. Please enjoy in my gallery.
Jacob, he's interested in modeling, so instead of like following a narrative format, he decided to create a collection of like assets for an imaginary story. Let me see. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, nice work in terms of your. There were some nice examples there that kind of, I think, in terms of your environments, that definitely suggest a story, which is, a very important function of environments. Obviously, they're always, the design approach has to serve story, but definitely got a feel of that there was, that there was a sort of a narrative behind a lot of that work that you were doing there too, which was nice.
Leslie?
Yeah, I really like the range of things that were modeled that included characters and also the environment.
There's like a
Greg
good
mentioned.
range of different type of geometries.
Yeah, so it means that he worked very, very hard on kind of honing in on details for what would look good on texture for character and also on environments. So I think that's a wonderful, wonderful skill to hone in on. And it's great to see that he's passionate about a particular skill set and worked on it for a whole year.
Alice?
I agree. I was really intrigued by the environment design with the overgrown vegetation and the help spray painted on it. I think that definitely stood out and was like a really intriguing piece. And also I really liked the fact that you included some wireframes so you could see the topology. So it'd be really cool if you applied that to some of your environment designs and stuff. But I think it's great that you've found something that you enjoy doing and want to like upskill and improve on and practice. I think that's great.
Chen, how did you find this non-narrative format?
I think it may be a good piece to show in a gallery space, actually.
Oh, yeah.
If you use multiple screens and to create a kind of collection space, it's going to be interesting. And also, if you want to keep it as one channel, maybe you can use a narrator's voice to talk about the life of a collector or a life of an inventor or something to make it even more interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah. Michael says, such a sick job, guys. Supa says, the axolotl, the little cute creature, is so cute. Longhair says, well done, Jacob. Jerry says, nice job, Jacob. Awesome to see your work. Antonio says the texturing, I love it. Michael says absolutely smashed it. And ZZ Tom says hi Bonbon. I don't know what's the relevance, but anyway, so let's go and move on and let's have a look at the next piece of artwork.
Hi, my name is Jae-young Ho, and I'm a third-year student of Visual Effects in AUT. My capstone project is a 3D animation movie about a cleaning service robot trying to find a charger before it runs out of the battery. It is a project I have done for this whole year, so please enjoy it. Thank you.
think this is the year of cute robots, right? Isn't it?
It sure really is. That was so cute.
That was so cute. And lots of amazing environmental modeling.
The lighting, I really enjoyed the plume, and I love plume on anything. It looks so clean and like a real house.
Love the great sort of retro design.
Yeah. I know that Jae-young has spent a lot of time on the retro style. He studied like how to create this like retro, like I think 80s kind of design.
I think 70s.
70s. Yeah, that's it.
Having lived through the 80s.
Yes, I know.
I can attest to the. Sorry.
All good.
So
Vidya
ancient.
says looks great. Alan says amazing modeling, texturing, lighting. Antonia says the lighting on the boy is too good. Sarah Johnson says we need a group render with everyone robot.
They should all the robots should meet somewhere. I think.
I
We've
know.
seen.
They would get along.
Yeah, I love the. It's a really nice central idea as well in terms of the plot, and how it sort of played out nicely to its to that sort of conclusion as well, and a little bit of conflict in there. But it was a nice driving kind of plot idea as well. I must say, and the pacing of the the sort of sound effect of the robots moving back and forth. It had a nice deadpan sort of comic feel to it too. It was good.
Alice,
I laughed out loud at some of the editing. It just has so much personality, and I'm glad that like he really pushed it and just went for it because it was so funny and so charming. Yeah, it's.
I agree, and I think it's a very mature work. So everything just clicked together. Like sound editing, cinematography, modeling. So it's a very complete piece of artwork.
Cohesive piece of artwork. Leslie, what do you think?
I can't believe it was done by one person. It was so much work. And
it was a lot of work.
Let alone being a whole animated short where everything is modeled and textured as well, and the creation of the character. I thought the editing as well was he has very good comedic timing. So, and also the editing itself for the narrative, it flowed so well where the shots kind of just bleed into each other but tell the story really well. There was one shot in particular where it was showing the light switch or the button, and it was just framed that way so well where you get what the robot really wants to go towards straight away, and it's very compelling that it's just told like that.
Exactly. There's a lot of amazing comments here. Jae-young, I hope you enjoyed them. It's too much. So it's Cyrus says great work. Yonben says the 3D environment is amazing. Supa says I can't believe it. This was all done in 3D. Ahu says lighting, texturing, clap, 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 and lots of amazing comments here. So let's go to the next piece of artwork. So it's Afi by Jason and Oli.
Kia ora koutou katoa. I'm Jason.
And I'm Ollie.
We've been working together on Afi for the past year and a half.
It's been tough, but we're happy we're finally done.
Enjoy.
Interested in pottery, crockery, or little china ornaments.
And this is the cause of the trouble. It's estimated that the opossum population of New Zealand...
Up to her neck in hot water. What better way to advertise than by using a pretty girl? Industrial designers will be designing our material environment, so they must... A boon to householders with discontented goldfish is this underwater gramophone.
If it weren't for some type of water dog, the man who goes duck shooting would have a pretty damp sort of time.
Afi, where are you?
Kia ora. Welcome to another day in paradise.
Where's Afi?
Afi's op shop belongs to Tourism New Zealand.
Ugh.
Oh, you're Bruno. Afi always spoke about you. I am a Mana Manaki robot designed to care for Afi and his terminal illness. You're one of his fondest memories. To the very end.
No!
Afi's Urupa. It's 10 minutes that way.
Wow, so much work. Meta Manaki robot. It was so neat. Zoe says immaculate. Michael says so good. Wow. Darlene says excellent. And Sarah Johnson says it looks amazing. Matty, my son, says yoo-hoo. And SJ says MetaHumans. Yes, MetaHumans. We're using it now. And Vidya says interesting plot. Yes, I quite like the nostalgia in it. ZZ Tom says very nice, and Cash says wow, so good. Lots of amazing modeling and rigging here. Supa says the snowy environment is so pretty, very different to our hot weather. Apparently, like the story is based on a past that there's been like a very lots of snow in Taranaki.
I wanted to point out how nice the sound design was.
Capture. Yeah.
It was so compelling. The airiness of the shot cut. The opening. The opening of the radio sounds cutting in and out, and the use of kind of the voices for the robots being two contrasting kind of ideas, where there's this cuter robot and the less cute robot as well.
Like a commercial one and a care robot. So actually, it was very interesting to point that the technology could be like mundane and industrial and brutal, and at the same time it could have a heart in it.
And drawing on very sort of local Kiwi, in terms of the plot and the references and stuff was really great. And there's a nice freshness to the way things were framed, and very had quite a unique feel to it, which was and as Leslie was saying, tied to the really great audio design there too, really polished work. So really interesting, and it leaves you thinking as well, wanting to fill in some of the gaps, which is great. Really really good achievement there.
How did you find the story, Chen?
I like the story. As Greg mentioned, you have some space to think, which is very interesting. And I also like the cinematic feeling of it.
Yes, the very beginning shots was amazing.
I guess the use of the foreground, midground, and background, the blurry of some parts are really helpful.
The depth of field,
depth of field is really helpful in this piece. Again, a very mature work and polished work.
Awesome. Alice?
Yeah, agreed. I'm curious as to how the workflow for using metahumans was. Like I saw some facial capture, like I wouldn't even dare for my capstone. It's so cool that they did that. And yeah, I reckon that's the future.
I
But
think so. I think
yeah.
so. So, Supa says the snowy environment is so pretty, very different to our hot weather. Jerry says, oh my god, that's hella good. Liam says, so cool. Jamie, I love the snow. And Yonbin says, so good. And Antonio says, what is it up with half of the robots getting destroyed so far? Really?
I was thinking that too, actually. Maybe
Okay.
we're projecting. I don't know.
A
It's
lot
like
of,
maybe
like,
there's
yeah,
something deeper. Like we're scared of them
Yeah.
taking over.
You are psychologizing us.
Yeah.
I just echo that. Yeah, the work with the metahuman was really stunning, and you really got a sense of a believable character
Yeah.
there too with that. So brilliant work. Yeah.
Brilliant work. Oli, the co-creator of the artwork. So this was the only group activity that happened between a visual effects student and an animation pathway students. So Oli is from the animation pathway, a very talented student. She says, we really appreciate the feedback. Thank you all, Oli and Jason. So let's move on. The next project is Makara by Longheng.
Hello everyone, my name is Longheng Tan, and for my capstone project, I made an advertisement for a made-up body lotion company called Makara. This project is really special to me because I went through a lot of self-discovery to find my true passion for art. I spent lot of time on this project, but I'm so happy with the finished result. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you so much. Bye.
If you wanna go, I'm down. 'Cause I will make the biggest thing.
That was so pretty. Let's have a look at the breakdown. Jamie says it looks so professional, beautiful work, well done. Tamir says this commercial is so sexy, Longheng. Yes, it's so beautiful, pretty, and the design is amazing. Daisy Tom says fantastic tune. Cash says the sound design is serving. Ahu says so good, clap clap. Liam says dude, aesthetic. Vidya says that seems so well finished, makes me want to keep looking at it. Antonia says the color game is on point. It was a beautiful piece of artwork. Longheng was one of our students who has a passion for motion graphics, and I think he has nailed it. So he was the only student who spent a lot of time on Cinema 4D and invested a lot on design, and facilitated all his simulations towards a beautifully made motion graphics. So how was it, Alice?
It was so clean and
Clean,
so
very neat.
So like well finessed. Like often it's so hard. I personally find like, you know, that style of like the commercial style and having assets that are like so clean and perfect. It's really, really hard to do because you know, you can see all the mistakes and everything, but like it is done to such a high standard. And I also am a sucker for anything like iridescent. So like those shiny metaballs, I was like, yes, loved it.
Leslie.
Oh, it was wonderful. I remember speaking to him earlier in the year where he was kind of contemplating where to go about for his capstone idea. And it's so wonderful to see how it's developed and come to fruition as well, to this really aesthetically pleasing and alluring commercial that makes me invested, and I want to see him send me a bottle of the lotion because I'm sold.
Put Leslie on the PR list.
So if he's out there, send one through. But absolutely, it's such alluring visuals and pleasing to the eye, and the color combination as well as the textures he used to kind of simulate the lotion itself and the sleekness of the design. It's really lovely.
Greg.
I totally echo what you said, Leslie. You send me a sample. That's exactly what it sells the product, and if you achieve that with this, you know, in terms of the brief and the motion graphics, you know, intent here, that's extremely well done. So it totally pulls you in, seductive. Makes you want to try the product. So really, really well done.
Chen.
Yes, I agree. It makes you want to try the product because you can feel the texture of it by
and
just
the feeling
watching
of it.
Yeah, like it may be very light, milk-like. So you really want to try it. So it actually reaches the purpose of it. Maybe if you want to make it more interesting, maybe you can add something around the smelling as well. Yeah, to indicate what kind of smell it's gonna be. Yeah.
It should be really cool. As Sarah Johnson says, I don't even normally want body lotion, but I want this one. So Cash says, so delicious. Jerry says, oh my God, yes, Longhand, your personality really showed through that. So amazing. I'm so proud, my dude. Zoe Rogers says, commercial quality. Jacob says, great job, Longhand. It looks so professional. Longhand cries and says to all, thank you guys, I'm so happy. Oli says, amazing work. Supa says, your hard work has paid off, man. Michael Lack says, so proud of you, hot. And Antonio says, the definition of aesthetic. So let's move on to the next piece of artwork called From Above by Liam and Liam.
Hey, we're both Liam. Our film is a fictional documentary that takes place many years after an alien invasion, interviewing one of the survivors who lived through it. Our biggest inspiration for this was old war documentaries that looked at veterans from Vietnam, which had the interview interlaced with footage from the war.
There were many complicated challenges we faced throughout our film's production, especially with the COVID lockdown, but after hours of hard work, we finally created something we're very proud of and we'll hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Can I ask about your jacket, John? It looks like it has a lot of history.
Yes, it was my brother's, his favourite.
If you're ready, I'd like for you to tell me what you remember about the 2020 attack.
Yes, I believe it was the 9th of April. I felt the ground shake beneath me. It was that strong. A few seconds later, I get a call from my brother. I I couldn't find them anywhere. I had to get out and look. And then an explosion above me. That sound, it was terrifying. The building that had been struck, it was my brother's office. I didn't know if he was alive or already dead. We got back to my car and started driving out of the city as quickly as possible. That's when the bomb dropped. I don't know how, but we made it out of the city. It seems their own attack had destroyed many of them, and the rest fled in an instant. My brother... I'm sorry. We'll have to stop this interview.
Wow, so much work in one piece. Nostalgia, futurism, visual effects, poetry, all together by Liam and Liam. So let's have a look at the breakdown now. I like how they gave this feeling of like kind of a futuristic documentary. It seems that it just happened. It's not it's visual effects, but it's not like blockbuster visual effects. It's the actual visual effects. Antonio says that was amazing and superb acting. Yes, the actor, they found an amazing actor. Cash says the story is so good. John Sara says, oh, so many feels. How did you find it, guys? Greg?
Yeah, really good understanding of genre, here, understanding of, of documentary. And again, it pulls you in emotionally with the performance and just those sort of snatches of, it reminded me of, it definitely reminded me of the sort of that District 9 kind of sense of, that the very realism in terms of the sort of the visual effects in the near, and the not so the near recent past or the near future. So
sorry guys, I should read these comments.
Really nicely put together in that way.
Zoe says, if you kill enough cute robots, that's what happens to you. Good comment. Sorry.
That's our theme of the night, I think. Robot killers. Yeah.
Robot killers and the revenge. 10.
Yeah, I do agree with what Greg said. It's a hybrid form. It's a genre, which makes...
It was a very complicated genre, yeah.
Yeah, documentary and also the kind of typical visual effects film, and it has this ritual feeling. I really like it. As you know, I like to work with older actors, actresses, so that's why I find this.
I think it has resonated well with you. I quite love the very old vintage footage as well. Like it was like part of the storytelling. There were no visual effects on them, but like cutting them next to all those beautiful future visual effects, it kind of felt very blended. How did you find it, Alice?
Yeah, I think I'm a huge fan of that kind of documentary type of storytelling. You can tell that the guys really kind of understood the aspects, the editing techniques and things to add. Like it really adds that realism, and I think that's really cool. I think what I would love to see is like if someone could take all the robot scenes from like all the short films from tonight and edit together like a brand new short film, and we see like just the robots getting like trashed and then like an uprising and then I don't know. I just I
And
feel
the
like
uprising,
yeah.
Can the uprising robot be Hussein? Is the question. Can someone make it happen? The ultimate one. I think I agree with Alice. That would be great to see.
Oh well, I try. Here MX says that's my granddad. Your granddad is an amazing actor. MX. Kamir says the found footage with the music feels so eerie. I love it. Cash says yes. Antonio says, oh yes, I remember seeing you on the news last year reporting the attack. Jerry says the cinematography and the color grading is amazing. He is right. And Liam says, thanks everyone, I appreciate it. The other Liam says, thank you so much guys. Haha, cheers. So let's move on. The next piece of artwork is an amazing artwork by Supa. It's called Living Space.
Hi, my name is Supa, and I made the project Leaving Space. The short film is about a lonely astronaut's journey of discovering a new home. Since there is no dialogue, the story is told through the lighting and colors of the film. I hope you enjoy watching it, and thank you.
Oh my god, I love the pink spaceship with pink interior. That was so cool. And another emotional story, touching, like Longheck says, go Supa. Zoe says the hand motion was so smooth. She's right, you know, very good animation on the hands. Antonio says that was so pretty and the visuals of the stars. Vidya says the character animation was great. Michael says so sweet, nice job Supa. Yomin says great job Supa. I quite like this, like so she stylized everything, which is awesome. Like, you know, the spaceship is stylized, the space is stylized, the interior is stylized, everything was stylized, which was amazing. Liam says, wow. Supa says, I tried, thank you. Crying emoji. Hannah Kim says, oh my god, I'm so proud of you. Jacob says, oh my god, I love your story, Supa. That was pretty, right? So
I loved how
yeah, go ahead.
How so often I've seen like the same space aesthetic, you know, like done really well obviously, but it's just really refreshing to see a feminine version of like
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
the heart on the helmet and like
oh my god,
pink interior.
I loved it. Yeah,
I thought that was like, why can't helmets be designed like that? I think there is no reason not to, right? Like, and I think the romanticization of the like the, you know, the galaxy, it's just like pretty and like a really new, refreshing way of depicting space, which I really enjoyed.
Alice, Leslie.
Same as Alice as well. Aesthetically, it was so stunning, and you can really see how her personality comes into it, and her choice of aesthetics and her stylization. You can tell she's quite good at creating this amazing universe, but having hints of herself inside, and the colors and everything coming together into one. I think it's so lovely to see it depicted in this way, far off from something more technological that we often see for space-related themes.
Yeah, Cash says, I'd like to purchase the helmet, please. So, Chen, how did you find it?
I agree. I like the pinkness inside this because it's different from traditional way of seeing the space, which is quite feminist in a way, which is quite interesting.
It was cool. It was cool. Greg?
Yeah, really impressive sort of integrated design aesthetic there. All of the design details really work well together, and so there's a lot of thoughtfulness there, I think, so, and attention to detail there as well. But echoing the nice, fresh aesthetic, a really great approach to what can be quite a familiar kind of trope, a familiar kind of a narrative. So well done.
Lovely. Super says, wow, thank you guys. In case you couldn't tell, what's my favorite color? So let's go for the next piece of artwork. It's called Rent is Overdue. We're getting towards the end. So we have 2 more projects left. Stay with us. 2 of the finest projects are at the end. This one is done by Tim and Ahu.
Hello, I'm Tim.
Hi, I'm Ahu.
We had a lot of struggles. Lockdown hit us quite hard, but probably the same for everyone else. We relied quite heavily on AUT's resources. We wanted to record motion capture and use the computers. Essentially, we had to cut out a lot and try to make something out of what we had.
We hope you enjoyed this short film for what it is. We had a lot of fun and we learned a lot. Thank you.
Is the job still available?
Wow, that was sick. Fantastic job, Ahu and Tim. You did amazing. Incognito says, wow, so much emotion. Alan says, stunning environment and color grading. Tamir says, such incredible mise-en-scène. Mise-en-scène, like the French word for the composition of the shot. Oli says, the environment are everything so beautiful. Liam says, the environment design is insane. Cyrus says, that was epic. Love this one, great work. Zoe says, wow, I love the show, the shots of her on the train. Yes, and here you can see like they used meta-human, but in a very like creative way. They added a lot to the meta-human, lots of textures like crying and the blood and everything. So we are seeing that the new technology is getting creatively used. How did you find it, Greg?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry. Yes. Stunning. Yeah, absolutely stunning. That right from that first sort of close up, we get that sort of slightly high angle close up, and you're totally drawn into the character. Then amazing, and also the every element, including all the amazing detailed environment work, etc. It reminded me it would look great on that Netflix animation anthology series. That's
Love Death Robot.
Love Death Robot. Yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So we're really, really well done, guys. And I think it's just what you've done with the human story and the performance through MetaHuman. Really great, stunning achievement. Really great.
Chen.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very polished work. Every parts are really polished and mature. And it reminds me of the Squid Game, the Korean TV series. Yeah, it's similar setting.
There was a lot of Asian ethos into the work. Like actually, they built some sort of like Hong Kong style street view. How did you find it, Leslie?
Oh, I really love the storytelling, and it's a very good example of show don't tell. I think the way that's edited to kind of be very heavy, along with the other elements that help it, of course, sound and how they've set up the compositions. I think the way everything flows together, there's no point where you're not feeling that weight and heaviness of that story they're trying to tell. So I think you feel that really, really easily from the first few shots building it up. So that's really wonderful.
Alice.
I agree with, I think, Antonio's comment. You said you had to cut things out, but it still works so well. And I definitely agree. I feel like the skill involved in the building up the tension, the pacing, and the syncing up with the sound design, I think that's so effective that even if you had cut more out, it would have still been just as effective. And really cool to see metahumans being used again. I thought it was really, really well done.
Unreal again. Jerry says, what? That was amazing. A fully refined film, so powerful. I'm hella proud of you guys. Oh my God, I'm shook. So I usually keep like my favorite piece of art for the last. So the one that comes is Snowman by Yongbin Kim.
The Snowman is a film about a foreigner girl who has depression. Because of new environment, she's starting to lose her identity. It'll be easier to understand the meaning of my film if you see a snowman as a metaphor of herself. White color in this movie also means herself, and black means the way she perceives the new environment. I hope you enjoy the film. Thanks.
I know it's hard. Merry Christmas.
Snowman can't live in summer. Why not? It doesn't matter.
That was so neat and so touching. Alan says, got hooked immediately from the beginning with the sound effects and color grading. Zoe says, so cute. Michael says, free my boy. Beans comments on that emotions are so raw. Regarding the previous work, Afsana says, well done, Ahu, pointing to the previous work. Sarah Johnson says, oh, that beach sunset shot is gorgeous. Jamie says, that was so good. Antonio posts some snowman emoji. Supa says, I'm sad now. Why? The semester is over. You should be happy. Yeonbin says, Oli says, Yeon, that was perfect. I love it. Oli and Jason. Vidya says, the snowman was the quickest. Behna says, that was so touching. Pointing to the previous artwork. Zoe says, Yeon, this is illegal. Keeping snowman. Jacob says, I love the sand snowman. Yes. Jerry says, oh my god, yes, Yeon, this snowman, I'm so proud. Young says, beautifully composed. Yes, you can see there's a lot of amazing compositing here. Supa says, Yeon is our future. And Hannah says, amazing, great work. That was brilliant, wasn't it? It's really hard to it was really hard for me to choose the fine piece of artwork for the one that I play at the end. There was a lot of, so this one there was a lot of amazing artworks tonight. This last one, the compositing, the storytelling, the emotions. Yeonbin is a father recently. He's got a little cute son now. So he brought a lot of great story here. I'm still laughing at Zoe's comment. Yeon, this is illegal. How did you find it, Alice?
It was so beautiful. I'm incredibly proud. I know you're watching. And I don't know if you still want to go into construction, but I'm sure everyone will help me convince you go into compositing and post-production because you're so talented at it. Like your 3D assets were so well refined, and your lighting, like your sense of lighting, is always amazing, which is why like that really comes through so well. Everything's just, it looks natural, and all the VFX is pretty much invisible. And then on top of that, having so many layers to your storytelling and making it so emotional and impactful, it was really effective, and just like overall a really well made film. I'm really proud of you.
Fantastic. I think Paul, you are former graduated student, former VFX student who is a fantastic cinematographer, has helped Yeonbin as well. I think if you are here, Paul, you did an amazing job. Thank for helping. Nice film assist, as Alice says.
Yeah, Paul's in the comments.
Yeah, Leslie, how did you find it? You're muted, Leslie. You're muted. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so the storytelling, as everyone's kind of noted, impeccable and so touching. And also the use of color. I think everyone can tell that those shots where it's so heavy on yellow and warmth, I think it's such a risk sometimes, because you wonder how far can you go with the color correction and color grading to set up a mood and a tone. And I think it's translated really well, and it goes into the sunset scene where there's the natural light source as well. But as everyone has said as well, free the snowman, I think. Release him, but absolutely a wonderful job as well.
Yeah, it deserves to be. Do you think, Chen, this piece of artwork could be part of a film festival?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because we love the character, the snowman. I think that's a very important part. Audience can love the character, and the performance is really good. I think we see the girl crying and seems very natural. It's really hard to find from students' work. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Greg.
Yeah, extremely well done. And like many of the works, it was you're in control of all the different aspects, and I think it was really good. It's all your creative decision making were made very soundly in terms of feeding into telling the story in the most effective way you could. And the other thing I just specifically too, I loved the kind of reveal of the snowman at the boat. You sort of held back, you're not quite sure, and then when it's really impactful. So those sort of choices in your story, in your visual storytelling, really pay off really well. So excellent work.
Yeah, that was a very nice piece of artwork. Many of the projects we have seen tonight deserve to be part of like a competition, and like we support you guys if you're willing to submit these beautiful pieces of artwork to film festivals.
I'll add to that, Hussein. Just do reach out to us, because we can help you with strategies around that as well, and just the practicalities of that too. But just fantastically well done, all of you. It's amazing to see all this body of work and each of your unique voices coming through, and that's something I'm really impressed with as well. Every work had its own voice, which is a really great achievement for all of you.
What's your final word for tonight, Greg?
Yeah, I guess it was that's part of it. One is that there's a unique creative force behind everything, and that's coming through really well, really strongly. All of your hard work is paid off, and the level of technical work and skill here really evident, and also those of you sort of who are pushing the boundaries and who are really embracing all the sort of the new tools, the new techniques, the metahumans, etc. as well. Fantastic that you're really diving into that, and also on top of that we had COVID, so I'm just blown away by the achievements. You should be extremely proud, and it's just stunning work overall. This would have been stunning work in any usual year, but but having COVID as well, I'm just so impressed.
Makes it more prominent. Chen, your final word for tonight.
Yeah, I think all of the works are really good from my perspective. And yeah, do submit to film festivals if you want. And there are some online platforms you can use, like Free Filmway, which is an online platform. You can just Google and submit it through this platform. So once you set up your profile, you can just submit it to different film festivals.
Yeah. Leslie.
I think everyone agrees here that there's such a big body of work and everyone's worked incredibly hard. I think my takeaway from this as well would be, I hope everyone's resting and sleeping and eating
good
well.
Point.
So I think Chen and Greer has done an excellent job talking about the effort and the hard work everyone's put in. I think I would put in that I hope everyone's sleeping and eating and treating themselves to good food and a lot of warmth from whoever is around them, family, friends, loved ones, and just take care of yourselves. And I really hope everyone has a break, because what I found after doing such a big project, a capstone, you need absolute just break, and whatever that might look like for yourselves, whether that be you just sleep for a week, maybe you go for, I don't know, a nice picnic at the beach with some loved ones. Take care of yourselves and enjoy a break.
And our last words from Alice.
First of all, listen to Leslie. She worded it perfectly. I think that is so important. And also, I just looking back on my last year, I definitely understand the mental toll. And so far, the little introduction videos at the beginning, everyone's like, oh, we had so many problems, but we made it, or oh, we had to cut so much stuff out. I reckon everyone should be incredibly proud with what they've achieved. And I was blown away by the range and the amount of personality that I could see coming through in all the works. I feel like everyone here has a strength, and just don't be let down with all those technical difficulties, because COVID has made it really, really difficult. I can't even imagine trying to piece together a capstone, or if you're working in a team trying to get everyone together. I think at the end of the day, you guys, all of you overcoming that and still creating something from all of those technical difficulties, whether you're happy with your finished short film or not, or whether it's finished technically to the way you like it or not. I think it's definitely a really, really great feat, and you would have definitely learned so much more than someone who had everything work perfectly. And I think it's in those overcomings of all those difficulties that really, really makes you grow. And I'm just, you guys should all be really proud, and also sleep and eat lots of food. I think you guys deserved it, for sure.
You deserve them. Yeah. Thank you 100%. So much. Greg, yes.
Guys, sorry, I just have one thing to add to that. And just before you do decide to have a sleep and an eat, is that we really want you guys to get your work up on the AD21 website next week.
Don't forget that.
So early next week, just while you've got a bit of momentum still in you, if Jason has sent out the instructions, it's just we want your work to be showcased out there to the world now, and the website will be launched at the end of next week. So if in the early part of next week, if you can just follow the instructions, it's really straightforward to upload. Have your own profile and web page there in this showcase. So just a word about that. We'll be following up with you guys as well, but that's just the last sort of task, which really will again allow us to showcase your fantastic work as well. And so just thought I'd mention that.
Awesome. Don't forget to publish your online profiles by the end of next week, as Greg mentioned. I'm so proud of all of you. Thank you so much, guests. Thank you so much, Leslie, Alice, Greg, and Chen. Thank you all for such amazing series of artworks, such diversity and creativity. I'm proud of all of you. You all did fantastic, and we saw lovely works. I so much regret that we're not physically around each other, so I can hug each one of you and say proper goodbye. It's the end of your study as in your undergrad, and you will be graduating soon. You're gonna step out, and by what we saw tonight, I'm pretty confident that all of you will get like really, really good positions at any kind of future career path you may be willing. Thank you so much. That was for tonight, and have a great rest. As Leslie and others mentioned, celebrate this magnificent moment with your loved ones. Summer is lovely. Enjoy the beach, go swimming, have fun, and see those of you who are second and first year students next year, and we'll invite those of graduating who will become fantastic artists like Alice for the next year screening events. Have fun. Bye.
Bye.